Hi, I'm Brian with Brian's Tips for Dads. Thank you so much for choosing my channel. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about things to do during the pregnancy, and we're starting right now. Okay, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about some of the things that you can do before the baby arrives. Now, this is not an all-inclusive list. This is just some things to help get you laptop and a notepad here, because we do have a lot of stuff to get through today. One of the first things to me that was very important was paying off as much debt as possible before the baby arrives, because that's going to give you less stress because you're not thinking about this bill that you have to pay. Paying that stuff off is going to free up a lot more money for you to be able to buy diapers, be able to buy clothes, whatever. Or if you need to take some time off from work, you're not worrying about that bill, so it's going to be that much less stress on you. One of the next things to do is get some diapers. When we were going through this, my idea was to fill the nursery with diapers. Just when you open the door, just diapers come falling out because I had bought so many diapers, right? But I talked to my wife and we decided what we would do is, instead of buying just one type of diaper, we would buy some of the smaller packs of several different brands, because certain manufacturers, something that they put in their diaper might cause an allergic reaction for your child. Or you just might not like the way that diaper is made. Maybe it doesn't fit right or something like that, So just buy a few diapers, a few different styles of diapers. You got Pampers, you got Loves, you got Huggies, you got like Sam's Choice and the Walmart brand, you got like Kroger, all of these places, they have their own diapers. So you can try out several different styles. Same thing with formula. You can talk with your doctor about what type of formula for your baby. But try out a few different ones. They make different formulas for different situations. Like our daughter, she had really bad acid reflux, so we had to get a formula that worked with her acid reflux that she could actually handle. Next thing you're going to want to do is start getting stuff for the nursery. We're talking about your crib, we're talking about your dresser, we're talking about your changing table and your rocking chair. Now with that stuff, with the crib, there's so many different styles, so many different cribs that there's a lot of choices. Okay, what we did, we spent a little bit extra money on our crib, but this is a crib that's going to grow with our daughter. They have those now. They go from crib to a toddler bed to a full size or twin size bed for when your child is that much bigger. I spent a little bit extra money now, but I don't have to buy those things later on. So in the long run, I actually save money. So that was important to me. Also, with your rocking chair, you're going to spend a lot of time in that rocking chair, rocking your baby to sleep, feeding your baby. So get something that works with your budget, but it's also very comfortable, because, like I said, you're going to spend a lot of time in that rocking chair. One of the other things you can start doing now is go ahead and start getting some of your baby gear. We're talking about your high chair, we're talking about your stroller, we're talking about car seat, play yard, carrier, bouncer. All of these things are important. With your high chair, again, this is kind of like with your crib. We spent a little extra money. We got one of these high chairs that grows with our child. It goes up and down several different positions. It reclines. It has wheels, so you can roll it around real easy. It has the booster seat thing that you can take out and attach to a chair. It's got like a little seatbelt thing that holds it to the chair. But this high chair is going to be with us for a long time. Again, spent the money now, but I don't have to spend anything else on it later on. Let's talk about your stroller. What are you guys interested in? Are you an active family? If you are, maybe you need a jogger. Maybe you need an all-terrain stroller. Are you having one baby? Or are you having twins, triplets? What are you having? They have strollers to fit your family. One of the things that was important to us was like the basket at the bottom of the stroller. We wanted one that was big enough to handle all of the stuff that we were going to bring with us. Also like good heavy duty tires, these strollers now, they have shock absorbers on them. Something else you want to play around with is the way the stroller folds down, because you know a lot of times you're going to be carrying groceries, you're going to have your baby in your arm. How does that stroller fold down? You know, some of them they have like the handle that twists and the stroller folds down. Some of them have little levers on the side. You pull them and it folds down. You know, what works for you. Also, is this stroller going to fit in your car? You know, they have like, they're like $20, but like they're an umbrella stroller that fold down real small, real cheap. You know, they're easy to do or whatever. You know, what fits you guys? You know, what do you need? Also, let's talk about the car seat. You know, you want to get something that's got really good safety ratings, because we don't want this to happen. But if you are in a car wreck, you want to know, you want to be able to rest assured that your baby is protected as good as possible. Also with this, we're going to talk about your car in a minute, but you know, does this car seat fit in your car? You know, one of the other things to do is to tour the hospital. For me, this was very important because I didn't really have that much experience with children or going through births. My wife, she's had a lot of experience with this. So this was important for me. But tour the hospital, find out what they have to offer, find out what their procedure is. Like if you come in the middle of the night and you know it's time, you know what you do, where do you go, you know what are the steps. They will take you through step by step how their hospital works. They're going to take you through like the different rooms. A lot of these rooms that you'll be in, you can actually deliver the baby in that room. So they'll show you all of this stuff. Go check it out. Also, map out the route you're going to take to the hospital, because you know if it's middle of the night and it is time, you're not thinking about, hey, you know I gotta go here, I gotta make this left and make that. You're not thinking about that, right? So go ahead and map it out. Run that route a few times. Run a few different routes, because if you're like in a big city where there's a lot of traffic, what if it's during rush hour when the baby's coming? You know, have an alternative route that you can take. Go ahead and run these routes several times. Also, take some classes. The hospital we were in was Northside Hospital in Atlanta. It was an amazing hospital. I looked up the classes that they offer, and it's a list of classes that they offer. So I wrote down a few for you today just to kind of give you an idea, but they have mommy boot camp, they have daddy boot camp, they have a class for grandparents, they have a breastfeeding class, they have pregnancy exercise classes, they have CPR classes, they have so many classes. Take some of them. For us, our baby was premature, so we automatically had to take a CPR class, but after taking that class, I felt relieved, because I knew that like if something happened, I knew I was prepared. I knew how to handle that situation. So take some of these classes. Something else you could do, go ahead and choose your doctor. Choose a doctor that your wife or your girlfriend is comfortable with. Somebody that's got a lot of experience, somebody that you're comfortable with, because this is the person that's delivering your baby. Talk with your wife or your girlfriend about what type of birth she wants to have. You know, all natural, you know, a water birth, you know, just a home birth, you know, all these different options. Talk with her, find out what she's comfortable with, what she wants to do. Then talk with your doctor about that too, because if you're a high-risk pregnancy, we were a high-risk pregnancy, so there were certain options that we just couldn't do because of being high risk. Talk with your doctor, find out what you can and can't do, right? Something else you can do, go ahead and start registering. You know, you can register like Amazon, Bye Baby, Target, Walmart, Wayfair, Babylist, Creighton Kids, all of these places. You can register online. Some of them like Walmart and Target, you can actually go there in person, register. That way you can put your hands on these things, see what you like and what you don't like. One of the things Amazon offered was once people had bought above a certain dollar amount, Amazon started giving you a discount on your diapers. I think it was like a 20% discount if I'm not mistaken, but that is going to save you a lot of money, because you're going to be buying a lot of diapers, you know, because it happens. So one of the next things to look at your living space. You know, are you in a studio apartment? Do you have a 5-bedroom house? You know, what's your situation? Or are you going to have a nursery? If you are going to have a nursery, how's it going to be laid out? You know, what are the things you're going to have in it? Also, if we're talking about your house, let's talk about your car a little bit. You know, guys, I had a 2-door sports car. It had to go. My wife had her car and it was fine for a car seat and everything like that, but my car wasn't. Plus, getting rid of that car didn't have that payment anymore, so I didn't have that stress on me. So, something you might need to consider is getting a bigger car, you know, an SUV or a minivan. I know, it's a minivan. None of us want to hear that, but they are extremely convenient. It's very easy to get car seats and strollers and all of this stuff that you're going to have. They're very easy to get all that stuff in and out of. They're actually pretty comfortable. They're still a minivan, but it's just something to consider. Maybe you can get an SUV or something that's a little bit more your style. Something else, go ahead and start buying some clothes. You know, some kids, they come out big enough that they can just wear the 0 to 3 month clothes right from birth. You might need newborns. You might need preemie. You know, our daughter was premature, so we had to have some preemie clothes, but we went ahead and we started buying this stuff beforehand. That way, when we got home from the hospital, it was there waiting for us. Get plenty of onesies, diapers. We already talked about that. And again, with buy plenty of wipes, but try out several different wipes, because like with the diapers, your child might have an allergic reaction to some of these wipes. Go ahead and get plenty of blankets, bottles, pacifiers, bibs. We had to buy a lot of bibs because our daughter, she had really bad acid reflux, so she was spitting up a lot. Those bibs came in real handy. Get a lot of burp cloths. You can lay them across your shoulder. They have some that, you know, that they're kind of cut out for your shoulder and your neck area. That way it stays up there that much better. That's important because spit up happens. With your pacifiers, there's so many different pacifiers now. You got Nook, you got MAM, you got Philips Avent, you got Playtex Binkies, you got all these different brands and styles of pacifiers. Get a few, try them out, see what you like, see what you don't like. Your baby will let you know. Same thing with the bottles. Get different type nipples. You got high flow, you got low flow, you got nipples for preemies, you got newborn nipples, you got all these different styles. Try them out, see what works, see what you like and what you don't like. Again, this is not an all-inclusive list, but this is a list of things that you can do starting now to get ready. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Did you subscribe yet? If not, go ahead, click subscribe. Click the bell so you can be notified every time I put out a new video. I'll be putting out at least one a week. And don't forget, give me a thumbs up.